Hey, 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 welcome to Tracing TV. I'm hopefully going to have a special guest on the line in about a second. Her name is Sarah Wilmer, and she is from Zero2Go. And I just want to tell you a little bit about how I met her. So my name is Jason Wendroff-Ronicki. I am a yoga instructor and wellness advocate for doTERRA Essential Oils. And in case of those of you that don't know me, one of my big inspirations for growing my doTERRA group is to also promote different topics that are completely non-related to essential oils, but are related to helping our environment. So I'm going to invite Sarah Wolmer on. Hang on one second. And she can tell you about her company, which is about creating zero waste events, which is really great at helping out with the environment. I met her at VegFest this last week. Hey, Sarah, how are you?
Hi. Sorry, my
Oh,
screen is blurry. Hold on a second.
it's all good. It's all good. So I was just telling everybody a little bit about your company, Zero2Go, and how you guys are all about educating people about how to create like zero waste events. So tell us a little bit more about your company.
Hi. This is my first time on Facebook Live. This is really strange. Um, I'm coming to you from a parking lot. Sorry about that. So my company is called Zero2Go, and we are a business based in the Hudson Valley where we are available for hire for a couple services. One, zero waste events, where we can assist any event of any size with reducing their footprint by bringing educators in a zero waste station to your festival, whether it's like a beer festival, a wedding, a conference, you name it. And we work with vendors in advance to make sure that there's as much compostable or recyclable material as possible. And our educators are passionate and knowledgeable. They stand behind the bins and they explain to the public what goes where. We're also available to do consulting with helping facilities to reduce their footprint. We come in and we look at your footprint and see what materials are going in the dumpster and make recommendations. And that saves money. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah,
And then
that's
finally, we've got a compost program in Beacon. It's half bike powered and half car powered. And we're really proud to be working with our local municipal compost facility in Kingston to divert as much food scraps as possible.
that's great. I just absolutely love that because a few weeks ago we did a beach cleanup with CleanOceanAction.org to pull up some of the plastics and that kind of stuff from the water. So from what you've seen in as far as the waste area goes, what do you think is the biggest problem that we're facing as far as dealing with our waste?
I think that culturally, we really need to get away from single-use plastics of every kind and the whole idea of this like individually wrapped like little thing that's special for you and here's your utensils. And we really need to start thinking about bringing our own and making that easy. Plastic straws, plastic utensils are just widely not recyclable, and some countries like France have banned both of them. We need to follow suit, and unfortunately policy kind of shapes behavior, and right now we're asking individuals to step up and do the right thing, and that's really hard. We're in a country where we're not even really recycling at school or at work. Where we live here in the Hudson Valley, there's plenty of schools that are not recycling even. So it's really hard. This is not part of our culture. So I hate to tell people that, you're responsible, you have to do this. But collectively, our actions do make a difference. And if we can start being more prepared and bringing our own materials and talking to the coffee shop where we go every morning and say, I can't keep using the styrofoam cups. I'm bringing my own cup. Will you give me a discount? And just having these dialogues, it's really, really helpful.
Yeah, so it's all those single-use things, like, because I know when I spoke to the woman from CleanOceanAction.org, she was saying
Mm,
even things like supermarket bags and that
yes.
kind of stuff really creates a huge impact, and we can do things, and that's one of the reasons why I want to kind of continue doing these Facebook Lives with different people with different perspectives on what we can do individually, because we can't wait until, I mean, as great as it would be for policy change to happen, we have to act now.
We do. We really do need to act now. We needed to be moving on this yesterday. And unfortunately, things are really slow going. And it does progress really depends on people stepping up to the plate right now and demanding that things be better. And we're going to the holiday time. This is
Yeah.
where there's a tremendous amount of food waste generated. People are getting together, they're celebrating, as they should, and
Yeah.
as I love to do myself, and I can't wait. But it's a really good time to say to your family, like, hey, instead of the styrofoam plates, like, what if we get reusable ones? I promise I'll wash them. I'll stay late and help. Um, Little things like that go a big, long way, and just having these conversations, as awkward and difficult as they can be sometimes, they make a huge difference. And I really believe that people want to do the right thing. They just don't necessarily know how. And a lot of people don't know how bad some of these single-use products are and how much pollution we're talking about. It's
Yep.
really alarming.
Yeah.
And of
And
course, I'm not prepared with a lot of numbers for you. I'm so sorry.
yeah, yeah, no, we don't care. Like the numbers aren't that important. But here's another question though. Like I know my wife and I, we compost a lot, as much of the food
Mhm.
kind of stuff as we can. Um, what advice would you give for someone who wants to compost? Like how important is that in reducing our waste?
Oh, awesome question. Composting is one of the best things you can possibly do at home. As you may know, and the viewers who are watching, oh, it's so cool to see you all. All my friends are popping up. Thank you for joining. Um, Composting is a big deal because 40% of what we throw away every day globally is compostable. So that's a big, big number. That's huge.
Wow.
That is the global average. So if you think about that napkin, that brown paper bag that had a croissant in it this morning, which is now greasy, that's totally compostable. Napkin's compostable. You're cutting up a butternut squash, all those little scraps compostable. Your coffee and the filter compostable. These things are easily diverted. You just need a system. And I know it can be daunting. It can be kind of freaky to try to think about how to start, but you have two options, three options really. One, if you're not sure how to start, see if anybody in your community is already doing a compost pickup program like we're doing with ZeroToGo in my community. We'll come pick up your food scraps for $35 a month, or you can bring it to us for $1 a pound at the farmer's market every Sunday. It's very helpful. You could do it in a neighbor's backyard who's already composting. Say you've got a friend who you know has been composting for a while. You can go hang out with them and see how they do it in their kitchen and look at their compost pile and be like, can I bring my stuff to you? That's actually how I got my start years ago with my next door neighbor. And then finally, if you want to do it in your backyard, there's so many different ways to do it, and it can be done for under $50. You could do it for free if you're crafty and you want to build something with pallets. I recommend different kinds of composters for those of you who have a backyard and want to do it. The black kind that is square and it's on the ground and it's got little doors that lift up. Those I think are $60 on Amazon. Totally great because oxygen can get to it a lot easier than like the tumbler style that you have to turn.
Yeah, we
That's
have
up on
we
its
have the
own.
we have the tumbler style where we have to turn it every once in a while.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but most people I know who have the tumbler style have two of them because in the winter here in the Northeast it gets really
Oh,
cold,
yeah, yeah.
doors freeze, earthworms can't get to it, and for every bucket of food scrap you have to put two buckets of leaves or grass. So
Okay.
it fills up kind of fast unless you're on it and you're turning it and it's getting hot. So that's why I recommend the square kind because it's a little bigger and it can just has bigger capacity and it's on the ground. So no worries about frozen doors. I like that. And
Can
you can just Google build your own pallet composter too if you
and
wanted to do
I'll try
something
to
different.
find a link and we'll post it in the comments of a good tumbler, or good composter, I should say, so that this way the people can have it.
Oh yeah, great idea.
Sweet. What so like what things can't be composted? What are the don'ts of composting?
Well, depending on what kind of program you're able to access, like the program that I'm talking about that I run in Beacon, we can do things you would not do in your backyard, like meat, bones, dairy, bioplastics. These things are going to an industrial facility where they need to be very hot. It's 140 to 160 degrees consistently. Backyard composting, you don't really want to put meat, bones, dairy, or bioplastics because animals could be attracted, which would be messy and potentially dangerous for you and your loved ones accessing the compost pile and your neighbors. It kind of gives composting a bad rap when there's things like rats and raccoons nearby.
Yeah,
So if you
yeah.
avoid meat, that's key for backyard composting. No meat, no leftover bones, nothing like that. Um, And essentially that's it. Bioplastics are something you may not have access to too often. Some coffee shops or different places might have compostable products for takeout, but they need to go to an industrial facility most of the time. So you can't really do it in your backyard. You'll see this compostable fork or soup container for years sometimes. I'm not saying it can't be done. You have to just be on it.
Gotcha. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So, is there anything else you think that like people should really need to know? Like, if there was one thing that that we should know as far as keeping our footprint low, what would that be?
The thing that's top of my mind all the time is how recycling needs to be clean in order to go into the recycle bin. This is kind of a big topic, but recycling is in crisis globally right now because of China's mandate on
Oh yeah, yeah.
material contamination. And I won't get too deep into it, but essentially, when in doubt, throw it out. And I'm talking about your peanut butter jar, your leftover salad container. If you don't feel like rinsing it and you know you're not going to, just throw it away. Don't put it in the recycling because that is really challenging for the materials recovery facilities to process and separate out. Um, Contamination is the reason why the recycling market has plunged badly. For more info on this, you could just Google New York Times China recycling, and you'll see a couple of articles about it. It's a big
All
deal.
right. We can put in the link too. We'll throw a link throw a couple
Yeah.
links for that in there too. Awesome.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. And I just want to say thank you for doing all the work that you do to help, to help with making everything a zero waste. I really think that companies and businesses like yours should really be brought to the forefront because I think it's so important. Because when I started scuba diving, I became really more aware of the underwater plastic situation and anything that we can do to keep our environment, cleaner. And it's all from us, and it's our actions can make a huge impact. So, just keep up the good work.
Great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And your
Yeah, no
testimony
worries.
firsthand. I mean, there's nothing like seeing that kind of contamination to just make your heart drop. So hopefully those of you who are watching don't see that, but know that it's so totally there and you can read all about it. We're really
Now,
in a tough time now. So
do you only work with companies and events in the Hudson Valley area, or how far will you travel? So if someone's planning like a wedding or something like that and wants to have your services.
I would say reach out to us because we've got partners in the tri-state area that can help handle events that we partner with if an event is too big or it's out of our geographical range. Mostly we're Hudson Valley based, but we've done stuff in the city. We've done stuff far up north, like upstate, like way past Albany, and we did something in Pennsylvania this year. It just really needs to be, I guess worth it for us and our crew to do all that traveling. But we do have partners. Who are doing something really similar to us, and I'm so happy to see them out there. It's not competition; it's sharing, and I
Awesome.
wish there was more companies like us out here and more haulers handling compost and more facilities. So it's all really good. So reach out, find us at ZeroToGo.org. You can find us on Facebook, Zero to Go, all spelled out, no letters or no numbers, just letters.
Yep.
But on
I think,
Instagram as well.
yeah, and I have your tag. I think I posted you in a tag, so I'll make sure once again in
Oh
the
yeah,
comments we'll put all those little links. Cool. Thank you
great.
so much, Sarah, for joining me.
Thanks a lot, Jason.
Just keep up what you're doing. You're like helping the work that you're doing is just helping everybody.
Oh, thank you so much. What an honor to talk with you and share with everybody who's watching. Thank you.
Yeah. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
So there you have it, guys, gang, gals. Just keep your recycling clean, composting. Stop using single-use items like coffee cups, coffee lids, um, shopping bags, and those kinds of things. Help. We can all just help keep the environment cleaner. All right, that's it for now. Have a great day. Bye.